Islamabad, at least 6 people are dead and 200 others wounded following clashes between police and Islamist activists in the Pakistani capital of Islamabad. Protests erupted across Pakistan on Saturday, compelling the government to call out army troops and paramilitary rangers after nightfall to restore order in cities and towns filled with angry crowds. Pakistani police fought running battles with stone-throwing Islamist activists as they tried to clear a sit-in by religious hardliners who have blocked the main routes into Islamabad for more than 2 weeks. The US Navy identified 3 sailors who are still missing after their transport plane crashed in the Philippine Sea on Wednesday. At least 31 migrants died after their boat sank off Libya's western coast and more than 300 were rescued in several operations by the Libyan Coast Guard. Former Zimbabwe Finance Minister Ignatius Chombo has been charged with 3 counts of corruption in offences that took place more than a decade ago. Flights were disrupted when Balas Mount Agug volcano erupted for the 2nd time in a week. Mourners paid their respects at the funerals for the hundreds of worshippers killed at a mosque in Egypt. South Africa's Supreme Court has increased Oscar Pistorius' murder sentence to 13 years and 5 months after the state argued the original punishment for killing his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, was shockingly lenient. Pakistani police fought running battles with stone-throwing Islamist activists as they tried to clear a sit-in by religious hardliners who have blocked the main routes into Islamabad for more than 2 weeks. The nationwide protests developed after security forces in the capital launched a crackdown on thousands of religious demonstrators. Conflict began when police fired tear gas and rubber bullets at demonstrators camped on the Faizabad highway interchange outside Islamabad, who fought back with clubs and stones. At least 6 people have been killed in the clashes and 4 have been identified, Deba Shaz from Islamabad's rescue department said on Sunday. The demonstrators had initially called for a federal minister to be fired over a religious controversy, but by midday, many protesters were demanding that entire government step down. By evening, police had retreated and the protesters had regrouped, with more supporters joining them. The confrontation came 4 months after Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was ousted by the Supreme Court, leaving the country in the hands of a caretaker Prime Minister and cabinet from Sharif's party. The protests began on November the 8th over a proposed change in election laws, just a few words of text, that weakened an oath that all candidates for public office must repeat, swearing they believed that Muhammad was the final prophet. Pakistan's population is 95% Muslim. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy.